turn gray around the edges like it's keeping a secret. The wind picked up and the leaves turned over, showing silver underneath. I felt the first drop on my shoulder like a tap from an old friend, saying, hey, I'm back again. Let's do this once again. There's a feeling right before the rain that nothing else can match. When the air smells like a promise and the sky is about to crack. It's starting to rain and I don't wanna run. It's starting to rain and something's come undone. Every drop's a tiny reset on my skin. It's starting to rain, let the feelings begin. The umbrella's in the hallway, but I'm leaving it behind, because some showers you should walk through, not the sheltered kind. My shoes are getting darker and my hair is getting flat, but the version of myself that's soaking, I've been needing that. There's a freedom in surrendering to water from the sky, when you stop trying to stay dry and let the clouds decide. It's starting to rain and I'm standing in the middle. It's starting to rain and I'm solving every riddle. Every drop's a tiny answer on my face. It's starting to rain and I found my place. Let it fall, let it pour, let it wash my worries clean. Let the gutters overflow with everything I've been. So I'll open up my arms and lift my face up to the gray, and let the rain do what it does, take everything away. It's starting to rain and I'm exactly where I need. It's starting to rain, planting every seed. Every drop's a tiny miracle I forgot existed here. It's starting to rain and I've never been more clear. Never been more clear. Let it rain, let it rain.
You forgot your umbrella, and I only had the small one, the kind that barely covers one and definitely can't handle two.
But you squeezed in beside me and your shoulder pressed on mine, and suddenly the smallest umbrella in the world was doing fine.
It's not about the shelter,
it's about who's underneath, close enough to hear your heartbeat through the rainfall and the noise. Umbrella for two,
we're barely staying dry.
Umbrella for two, but I've never felt more alive.
The rain is pouring heavy,
but we're laughing in the storm. Umbrella for two, the tiniest kind of warm. You try to hold it higher so the rain would miss my head, but your arm got tired in a minute and you switched to mine instead.
A stranger offered us a bigger one.
We said we're good, we're set,
because the best part of this umbrella
is how close it makes us get.
It's not about the raincoat
or the forecast or the plan.
It's about the way you grabbed my hand and
Said I think we can. Umbrella for two, soaking through our shoes. Umbrella for two, the cutest kind of bruise.
the thunder's getting louder,
But we're dancing down the lane. Umbrella for two, our favorite kind of rain.
and when we made it to the doorstep,
Drenched from head to toe, you closed the umbrella and you said, well, that's our show. I kissed you in the downpour because dry was overrated, and you kissed me back like rain was something we'd been waiting for. Umbrella for two,
let's do it all again.
umbrella for two, I'll pray for heavy rain.
The forecast says sunshine,
But I'm hoping that it's wrong. Umbrella for two, our most beautiful song. Our most beautiful song.
There's a word for how the earth smells after it's been rained upon. Petrichor, like the planets exhaling after holding on too long. I opened up the window and the air rushed in like prayer, a mix of soil and summer and the memory of somewhere. One breath and I'm transported to a place I used to know, where the rain was just a playground and the puddles were a show. Petrichor, take me back to then. Petrichor, make me young again. The earth is breathing out the secret that the rain left behind. Petrichor, the most honest perfume you'll ever find. My grandmother's garden smelled like this after a summer storm. She'd stand there in her apron with her coffee getting warm. Now I stand at my own window, years and cities from that place, but the same rain hits the same earth with the same forgiving grace. One breath and I'm standing in her garden once more, where the roses bent their heads and the rain sang through the door. Petrichor, bridging then and now. Petrichor, teaching me somehow that the earth remembers everything the rain decides to say. Petrichor, washing yesterday away. Just bacteria and oils from the ground, but science can't explain the way my knees hit down when the first rain hits the pavement and the smell takes hold of me. It's not chemistry, a memory that refuses to leave. Petrichor, the earth is singing soft. Petrichor, everything I've lost comes floating back on the fragrance of the rain-soaked ground. Petrichor, the most beautiful sound without a sound. Without a sound.
The forecast said to stay inside. The radar's bright and red, but something in the thunder called my name across the floor. The puddles were already forming rivers down the street, and I kicked my shoes off at the curb and let the water meet my feet. They think I'm crazy, they think I've lost my mind, but the only thing I've lost is everything I left behind. Dancing in the downpour, arms out, face up, spinning around. Dancing in the downpour, my feet don't touch the ground. Let the sky collapse, let the thunder shake the stage. Dancing in the downpour, I just escaped my cage. A kid across the street saw me and ran to join the show. Her mother yelled, "Come back inside," but kids already know that rain is not a punishment, it's an invitation card to remember that the best things in life don't come prepared or hard. They say grown-ups don't do this, they say adults stay inside, but the only thing that's childish is pretending you're too dry. Dancing in the downpour, no umbrella and no shame. Dancing in the downpour, I forgot my own last name. Let the lightning flash, let the clouds break open wide. Dancing in the downpour, I found the joy inside. Spin me, rain, I'm yours tonight. I'm giving up control. Drench me head to toe and rinse the pressure from my soul. I spent so long avoiding storms, avoiding getting wet, but the driest version of myself is the one I most regret. Dancing in the downpour, one more spin before it's done. Dancing in the downpour, I became the rain, the sun. Let the world stand at their windows, watching from the dry. Dancing in the downpour, I learned how to fly. I learned how to fly.
I'm watching raindrops race each other down the window pane, picking sides like I used to do when I was 8 and it was a game. The city's blurring into watercolor through the glass, and every thought I'm thinking slows to let the moment pass. Rainy windows are the world's most honest screens. No notifications, no updates, no routines. Rainy window thoughts, the kind that only come in gray. Rainy window thoughts, the ones I save for rainy days. No rush, no deadline, no alarm to pull me out. Rainy window thoughts, this is what peace is about. I traced a heart into the fog my breathing left behind, and wiped it off before anyone could see inside my mind. A taxi splashed through a puddle and a couple ran for cover, and I watched them from this window like a movie about a lover. Rainy windows are the world's best cinema. Every drop's an actor in the quietest drama. Rainy window thoughts, the kind that heal and slow. Rainy window thoughts, the ones that help me grow. No scroll, no swipe, no artificial glow. Rainy window thoughts, the realest thing I know. My phone is on the counter, face down, battery low. And honestly, it's the most peaceful thing to let it go. The rain replaced the internet with something more profound. A billion drops of nothing making the most beautiful sound. Rainy window thoughts, I hope it rains all day. Rainy window thoughts, I've got nothing left to say. Just the glass that drops the gray, and me without a plan. Rainy window thoughts, the quietest way to understand. The quietest way. The cafe's almost empty, just the barista and the steam. I ordered something warm and wrapped my hands around the cup, and watched the world outside dissolve while I was filling up. The rain is painting rivers on the window where I sit. Outside is chaos, puddles forming, people running fast. But inside this cafe window, I've discovered peace at last. Coffee and a cloud, that's my afternoon. Coffee and a cloud, the world's most perfect room. Let them run for cover, let them curse the sky. Coffee and a cloud, I'm perfectly dry inside. The steam is curling upward like a question mark in white, and the question that it's asking is, are you staying for the night? A stranger walked in dripping, ordered some
people always meet. Outside is a rushing deadline, screaming schedules falling apart. But inside this little window I can hear my own heart. Coffee and a cloud, nothing else required. Coffee and a cloud, beautifully tired. Let the forecast rage, let the thunder do its thing. Coffee and a cloud, I've got everything. Maybe rainy days aren't meant for productivity and grind. Maybe rainy days are pauses that the universe designed. So thank you to the clouds for canceling my plans. The best afternoons are the ones with nothing in my hands. Coffee and a cloud, one more cup before I go. Coffee and a cloud, the best thing that I know. Let the rain keep falling, let the world keep spinning round. Coffee and a cloud, the warmest place I've found. The warmest place. The warmest place.
I've been wearing a raincoat on my heart for 20 years. Waterproofing every feeling, zip it up against the tears. It worked for a while, I stayed dry while everyone got soaked. But the problem with a raincoat heart is nothing ever gets through the coat. What's the point of staying dry if you never feel the rain? What's the point of dodging hurt if you're also dodging gain? Raincoat heart, I'm taking you off tonight. Raincoat heart, I'm stepping into the light. Let me feel the rain, let me feel the cold. Raincoat heart, I'd rather feel than be controlled. You ask me why I flinch when someone gets too close. I said it's just a habit, but we both know that's a ghost. But storms don't last forever, that's the thing I failed to learn. And wearing armor everywhere means you never feel the burn. What's the point of being guarded if you're guarding an empty room? What's the point of staying sheltered if you're sheltering from bloom? Raincoat heart, I'm unzipping every fear. Raincoat heart, I'm letting you disappear. Let me feel the storm, let me feel it all. Raincoat heart, I'd rather feel than never fall. So here's to getting drenched and here's to getting real. Here's to every raindrop that reminds me I can feel. The waterproof is coming off, the zipper's going down. And for the first time in forever, I'm not scared to drown. Raincoat heart, goodbye old friend. Raincoat heart, this is where you end. Let me feel the rain, heart, I'm never putting you back on top. Never again. Never again.
Everyone's in love with golden hour and the sunset's glow, but nobody stops for overcast, nobody frames the gray. Gray is the permission slip to slow your body down. Gray is the only color honest enough to wear a frown. We've been taught to chase the sunshine, run from clouds and gloom, but the most reflective moments happen in a cloudy room. Gray is beautiful, gray is honest, gray is kind, gray is beautiful. Gray is what the sunshine left behind. Not every day needs color, not every sky needs blue. Gray is beautiful, and so is feeling through. The trees look better in the gray, the greens are twice as deep. The pavement shines like silver in the rain that starts to seep. My best ideas came on cloudy days, when nothing else competed, when the sky wasn't showing off and my thoughts were finally heated. We've been raised to fear the darkness, dodge the rain, avoid the cold, but the most authentic stories are the ones that gray has told. Gray is beautiful, gray is underrated. Gray is beautiful, gray is the most human in space. Not every moment needs a filter, not every hour needs to shine. Gray is beautiful, and gray has always been mine. To the ones who feel more on a cloudy afternoon, to the ones whose best writing happens underneath the moon. You're not broken, you're just fluent in the language of the gray. So let the golden chasers have their filters and their light. Gray is beautiful, and I'll say it every day. Gray is beautiful in every single way. Not every sky needs fireworks, not every cloud needs sun. Gray is beautiful, and we've only just begun. Just begun. I looked down at a puddle on the corner of our street and saw my face but younger, saw the girl with muddy feet. The puddle held her perfectly, every freckle, every grin, and I wondered when I stopped being the girl who'd just jump in. Puddles show you who you are when you bother looking down. They mirror what the sky is giving, honest upside down. Puddle reflections, showing me the truth. Puddle reflections, showing me my youth. The rain creates a mirror that the sunshine never could. Puddle reflections, seeing clearly, finally understood.
I saw us in a puddle once, walking hand in hand, two upside down people
In a tiny piece of land,
a car drove through and smashed the image
into scattered drops,
but we kept walking
anyway, because real love never stops. Puddles show you what the world looks like reversed. They're temporary mirrors of a temporary day. Puddle reflections, upside down and true. Puddle reflections, showing me and you. The rain creates a canvas that the pavement couldn't make. Puddle reflections, beautiful.
Every puddle is a painting
that the rain decides to make.
Every reflection is a version of the
chance you're going to take.
So look down next time it's raining.
Find your face inside the street,
and remember that the truest you
is standing on your feet. Puddle reflections, one more look before it's dry. Puddle reflections, one more chance to catch my eye. The rain won't last forever, but the mirror did its job. Puddle reflections, the most beautiful throb. Beautiful.
The last drop fell about a minute ago. I counted it. The clouds are pulling back like curtains on a stage, and the sun is peeking through like it's been waiting for an age. The air smells like the world just woke from the most beautiful sleep. Everything looks brand new, like someone hit the reset switch. The colors are a half-tone brighter, every surface has a glitch. After the storm, the world's a little more alive. After the storm, I remember how to thrive. The mess, the wind, the thunder, they were never meant to stay. After the storm, the most beautiful day. A rainbow's trying hard to form between two buildings on the east. It's barely there, a whisper of a color, just a tease. The kids are coming back outside like prisoners set free, and the dog next door is barking at the puddles happily. Everything is glistening like the city gotta shine. The ordinary's extraordinary when it's fresh and washed and clean. After the storm, the air is crisp and kind. After the storm, I'm leaving fear behind. The darkness and the downpour, they were never mine to hold. After the storm, my heart came back in gold. Maybe storms aren't endings, maybe they're the birth of a cleaner kind of morning and a gentler kind of earth. So I'll walk outside with naked feet and feel the wet ground breathe, and thank the storm for everything it forced me to believe. After the storm, I can see for miles. After the storm, I can see my smiles. The rain made everything it touched a little more sincere. After the storm, I'm grateful that I'm here. Grateful I'm here. Grateful I'm here.
The streets are wet and glowing like they swallowed all the light. Every puddle is a mirror showing pieces of the night. The neon from the corner store is bleeding into pink, and the whole city looks like watercolor, don't you think? You don't need a gallery, you don't need a frame, just a rainy evening and a city with no name. Wet streets and warm lights, the city's wearing gold. Wet streets and warm lights, every story's being told. In the reflections and the shimmer and the glow against the dark. Wet streets and warm lights, the city's beating heart. A couple's walking slowly, sharing steam from takeout soup. An old man's closing up his shop, he waves at no one there. The traffic light turned green, and the reflection did the same. And for a moment the real world in the mirror played the game. You don't need a sunset, you don't need a beach, just a post-rain city evening and the lessons it can teach. Wet streets and warm lights, painting every block. Wet streets and warm lights, time forgot the clock. In the puddles and the streaks and the glow that softly hums. Wet streets and warm lights, where the real beauty comes from. I've traveled to the mountains, I watched the ocean roar, but nothing beats a rainy city on an ordinary floor. The beauty isn't always grand, it's sometimes just a street that caught the rain and caught the light and made the two ends meet. Wet streets and warm lights, I'll walk a little more. Wet streets and warm lights, this is what eyes are for. In the silence after rainfall, and the world becomes a stage. Wet streets and warm lights, my favorite kind of page. My favorite page. my favorite page.
I gave you my umbrella on the night we said goodbye. You said I'll give it back, but we both knew that was a lie. That once upon a rainy night somebody cared enough to walk home wet so you could walk home dry and call it love. It's just an umbrella, it cost me less than 10. But every time it rains I think about you, opening it again. The umbrella I gave you, do you still have it somewhere? The umbrella I gave you, underneath your stairs. It was navy blue and broken on the left side near the spoke. The umbrella I gave you, the softest word I ever spoke. I walked home in the rain that night, and every drop felt right, because giving you the dry road was my version of good night. I wonder if you used it since, I wonder if it broke, I wonder if you think of me each time it rains and you're not soaked. It's just a gesture, just a small thing in the rain, but the smallest things are sometimes what the heart can best explain. The umbrella I gave you, does it still keep out the rain? The umbrella I gave you, does it still remember my name? It was nothing, it was everything, it was all I had to show. The umbrella I gave you, the only way I knew to let you know. Love isn't always diamonds, love isn't always grand. Sometimes love's a broken umbrella from a stranger's hand. So if you find it in a closet underneath your winter things, know that every time you open it, a piece of my heart sings. The umbrella I gave you, I hope it's still alive. The umbrella I gave you, a piece of me survived. It was navy blue and broken, but it did its job that night. The umbrella I gave you, my smallest, greatest light. My greatest light.
There's a crack between the clouds and the sunlight sneaking through, like a child peeking around a door to see if it's safe to move. The beam hits the wet pavement and everything turns gold, and the gray world that was heavy suddenly feels less cold. You don't need the whole sun, you don't need the full-blown blue, you just need a sliver of the light to remember what is true. Sun through the clouds, one ray is all I need. Sun through the clouds, planting every seed. The storm was real, the pain sky decides to offer me a tiny golden spoon. The birds came back, they always do. They trust the sun will show. And I'm learning to be more like birds, believing in the glow. You don't need the perfect morning, you don't need the cloudless sky. You just need one break in the darkness to remember how to fly. Sun through the clouds, breaking open wide. Sun through the clouds, nothing left to hide. The rain did what it came to do. It washed and then it went. Sun through the clouds, this is what the rainfall meant. Every gray sky is a canvas waiting for its golden mark. Every heavy cloud is carrying a sunrise in the dark. So hold on through the downpour, hold on through the gray, because the sun through the clouds is coming, and it's coming today. Sun through the clouds, it's here, it's finally here. Sun through the clouds, the golden atmosphere. The rain was just the opening act, the sun's the encore song. Sun through the clouds, I knew the light would come along. The light will come along.
If you ever feel the sky come crashing down around your ears, if the thunder gets too personal and the lightning confirms your fears,
Don't call for an umbrella, don't run for cover, don't retreat. Just stand exactly where you are, and I will find your street.
you don't have to weather this alone. That's not what love is for.
Love is two people choosing to stand in the downpour. I'll meet you in the rain, wherever you are. I'll meet you in the rain, underneath the darkest star. You don't need the sunshine to know that I'll be there. I'll meet you in the rain, I'll always need you there. If your umbrella breaks at midnight and the world feels 10 feet tall, if the puddles feel like oceans and you're scared you're gonna fall, send you nothing but your location. I don't need a single word, I'll show up at your doorstep like a song you've always heard.
You don't have to explain the hurt, I'll read it in the rain.
Love is showing up in the weather that nobody wants to claim. I'll meet you in the rain, no questions and no cost. I'll meet you in the rain, especially when you're lost. You don't need the forecast to know that I'll be near. I'll meet hand. I'll meet you in the rain with nothing but my hand. Through the thunder and the lightning and the cold and the gray, I'll meet you in the rain every single rainy day. I used to hate the rain, I used to curse the gray, I used to count the sunny hours and wish the clouds away. But somewhere between the first drop and the last song tonight, I learned that rainy days are just the world adjusting its light. Every drop taught me patience, every cloud taught me grace. Every storm that I survived left beauty in its place. Rainy days, I finally understand. Rainy days, the most honest kind of land. You wash the noise, you clear the dust, you make the colors glow. Rainy days, the best thing that I know. I danced in the downpour, I watched through the glass, I smelled the petrichor and let the memories pass. I shared an umbrella with someone I love and found that every rainy day is a gift from above. Every puddle was a mirror, every storm was just a start. Every time the sky cried out, it softened up my heart. Rainy days, you taught me how to feel. Rainy days, you showed me what is real. You stripped the noise, you slowed the race, you made me stand still. Rainy days, you always, always will. To the first drops that woke me, to the downpour that set me free, to the coffee and the clouds and the puddle reflections of me, to the umbrella for two and the storm that cleared the air, to the wet streets and warm lights and the love that met me there. Rainy days, I'll welcome everyone. Rainy days, the cloud that dropped the sun. You taught me that the beauty isn't waiting for the blue. Rainy days, I fell in love with you. I fell in love with you. Rain never asks if you're ready to feel.